Starting this video out with a, oh boy, was yesterday something. The usual, spend some of my spare time when I have a second to clean up in here. Clean up down there. And get all this area nice and clean. I'm gonna throw in a clip real quick of me and my dad getting the brown truck to the scrapyard with the Colorado. Well, the dogs bark at my dad in the house watching the little one. Yeah, how's your day going, right? Back for another video of this is about to get a little bit hectic. So today is scrap day for old Brownie. This thing is all loaded up and ready to go. Did pull the entire front end off this truck and steal all the pieces I could think of. And of course, in usual average Joe fashion, not prepared for this or getting out of here, so we're about to go put some gas in the Colorado. And yeah, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, it's gonna be funny. He thinks I'm an idiot. He thinks I'm an idiot. I think I'm an idiot. But let's get this thing. Yeah, so that obviously went really well. The whole problem was just all the weight in the back, no weight in the front. The truck just did not want to steer. Then the steering comes loose because I was not planned or prepared. I was not prepared, or did I plan, there you go, English, to get that thing ready and to get it out of there. But Monday was the only day he was gonna be able to help me and no one else to help me. We also in the process actually got that guy all wired up, fan works, everything like that, which is fantastic because that means I can actually, I'm just unplugging it for the time being, I can actually go through and start using this big thing. What this is for, what we're gonna be doing with it, that's all for later. It's also what I've been doing downstairs, which I just have to wire this last row of remaining lights, so it copies this side. I gotta throw the drywall up in there real quick, put the fans in. That's all stuff for later. Different video, new projects, new stuff. Today, we're working on this. Like I said, I've just been cleaning, getting a bunch of stuff ready, getting all that cabinet and booth and all that stuff ready. Did get a bunch of new stuff in for the K30's control arm setup. That stuff all needs work. Welded. Probably, what happens after that, we'll talk about later. I'm trying to keep that stuff on a secret, and for right now, we'll let you guys know what we dove into and are starting to do from now on. But like I said, today work on the 62. Last few days just been a lot of miscellaneous junk. Today I needed to get something progress-wise done on this thing in hopes to actually have it possibly driving in another week or two. We saw in the last video I welded out the plates on the frame for the K30, which, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and actually open the garage door and we're gonna take a peek at those. So a bunch of people in the comments, and then when I posted the pictures on Instagram, which if you don't follow me, Hellojojoe, always at the beginning, yeah. bunch of people were, you know, oh, what's up with the welds? Why are the welds so bad? And blah, 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 blah. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, they're not the prettiest, but I don't think they're the worst either. I think it's just the texture makes, you know, everything. Let's see if it will focus. That one's not so great because it's hiding in there. That's a pain in the butt, but I think it's just the texture everybody sees. I mean, they're not 100% perfect, but they're what I needed. I think they're great. Dealing with the problems that I was dealing with, that thing spits and spatters like it's cast when you weld it. Always has since I've welded it. Since the very first time I welded shock mounts onto it, since I welded an exhaust hanger on it. It's always done that. My little Miller 175 here, you know, it's not a bad welder, not a great welder. It's actually fairly new. I had it, you know, actually I think it was actually about there on voltage because I was getting ready to weld the stuff for today, but I had it set reasonably where you should have it set for about 3/16 plate, even though it was 3/16 to 1/8 inch. But you know what? The internet taught me to weld, so we'll find out if the internet can teach me to weld today. That being said, this thing needs a transmission cross member. Let's get the one in there out and see what we're talking about. So, real quickly, pulling that thing out. I'm not trying to remake the wheel here, or anything like that. I mean, theoretically, I could drill a hole there, probably just bolt this back on and call it a day. That's not what's happening. The internet wants to teach me how to weld, so the internet's going to teach me how to weld. That's what we're doing today, boys and girls. So we're going to lop this weld, lop this weld, lop this weld, lop this weld, and then I'm just going to rough cut this one off because something will go back in that place. But for now, let's chop some welds out real quick because those aren't my welds. And they need to be my welds for that to go back on because the internet needs to teach me how to weld. Rambling. Quick little smack off those come, and you know what? I mean, this piece is pretty haggard, so I say we go ahead, quick YouTube magic, shorten it and clean it up, and like that. YouTube magic. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to say? Knocked off these, cleaned this with this stuff. Happened. So the plan here, it's actually gonna be something I'm not used to, but I'm doing anyways. So we're gonna take this tube, we're gonna weld the feet on, and we're gonna take another piece and we're gonna cut it up and we're gonna weld it as a center section. This intersection dictates where the transmission lands, yada yada yada. We can weld the feet on, no worries, and then that just goes. So we're gonna even these out, get them all tacked up on the ends. But one caveat to that being, one side is getting MIG welded, one side is getting TIG welded. Why, you ask? Because the internet wants to teach me how to weld. So let's teach me how to weld, internet. Hey boys, GoPro up there too. Nothing fancy. We're just doing a quick little Miggy. That side I'm gonna leave for a cap. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. And we're gonna do cap and a TIG on that side. Of course, it's not gonna focus on any of these, so we'll get the B-roll going and Alright. Getting this all cleaned up and put away because I'm trying to be a good boy about cleaning up after myself when I'm done doing something. It's actually I'm really terrible at, hence that corner of just, but oh, that's still warm. Let me flip my screen down so I can see what you guys are seeing. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty, yo. Yeah, let me set this down so I can actually hold it, but come on, camera. I ain't even mad. Yeah, I should have wrapped that in a one, but I had to do it in 2 welds. This side. Oh, hey, that's still warm. That's still warm. But it looks like that's a pour, but that's just some silica that came out. Or some of the gas or whatever that's called when you get that weird little like brown stuff in it. But I ain't mad. Jeez. Okay, I gotta stop touching the spot that's hot because that's just stupid. Let's flip it. Oh, and then see if the camera really wants to focus on the TIG welds. Come on, camera. You could do it. Oh yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty stoked about those Johnnies. I didn't wrap the corners on the TIG welds, which sucked. I should have. Okay, enough touching the hot spot. Let's get this under the truck and test to see if it actually fits, because that's probably a good idea. Hi. So we're actually, I want to put it in. That doesn't sound right. I want to put the transmission cross member into the truck. And then I want to, obviously I need to re-drill the outer holes, but before I do that, I figure it wouldn't hurt to slap a little paint on it. So I'm gonna center it where I think it goes over the holes. Oh, hey, cool. Check that out. It's actually perfectly seated under the mount. Oh, duh. Dummy. Ta-da. And right now the transmission is actually a little tall, so it can come down. Everything looks cool. Let's see if we slide up. Can we drop the deck? Oh, I wonder if it's just gonna flip it, because the mount sits forward. I'm going slow, guys. Going slow. Ta-da. Pop under here real quick. Yeah. I dig it. Sitting on there. Come on back. Yay. And I did measure to make
this gap to this, and then this gap to this equal. Basically, it's almost the center line of this is lined up almost perfectly with that. I had to offset it a hair just because it sits better into the tunnel right here a little bit better. But yeah, I think I like it. I think that's gonna work. All I have to do is undo this bolt and pull this mount out. But before I do that, I say instead of ending up with a raw piece of metal that's gonna look like crap. Oh, I just hit myself in the balls. Back out it comes. And I say we throw a little bit of paint on it. I fell. Ooh. There it is. Thank you, internet, for teaching me how to weld. You guys are the best. I say we get this down here. We'll tie this up. And I'll just paint it hanging right here for right now. Works with me, works with you guys. So we do have this guy all chilling. It's actually working. I just have to install the gloves. And then that leads to obviously the big project that's gonna be a new part of the channel, but that is actually gonna be off camera for me because I have all of these instructions to go through to figure out how to use that thing. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun. But that was it. Simple, easy day. Tried to kill my dad yesterday with some scrap stuff we saw at the beginning, and today knocked out a transmission crossmember. Plus a bunch of other stuff that's just off camera, but you get to see that on a later video. If you like what you see, leave a comment, subscribe. We're still at like 20% viewers are subscribed and like 70 whatever percent was unsubscribed. Come on guys, we could break 1,000 without trying with just a couple more subscribers. So I'm gonna leave you guys there, get back to some work for the next video, and you know what to do. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. We're getting out of here. Average Joe Builds out.
Yeah.